And to that investigation, Carrie, one man is dead, another in custody after shooting on the Danforth. And this happened exactly 1 month after the mass shooting that rocked our city. This is a live look at the scene right now. This is Danforth and Langford Avenue, just east of Pape. About 30 minutes ago, investigators confirming they do have one male suspect in custody. Officers responding here at about 2:30, locating a man in his 30s. He was pronounced dead on the scene and has not yet been identified. Danforth, as Carrie mentioned, closed off between Pape and Jones for this investigation, likely to stay that way for some time this morning. Well, there is no word yet on when residents of a downtown high-rise can return home after a massive fire. Over 1,000 people forced to flee the St. Jamestown blaze. Many left with just the clothes on their back, seriously disrupting their lives.
It's like I can't even go to work because I don't even have my uniform on me. So at this point, I'm pretty much just stranded. Being a freeloader is not really my type of thing, but I just got to do that.
The fire erupting just after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the building on Parliament, just south of Bloor, forcing an evacuation of the 20-story high-rise. It wasn't put out until about 9 o'clock last night. Fortunately, no reports of any injuries, 2 people suffering minor smoke inhalation. It's believed the blaze started in a hydro vault in the basement. Now we're going to take you to a live look at the scene right now. And you can still see fire is holding that scene. Because of this fire that happened, electricity to the building completely knocked out, and that means no lights, no elevator service, no fire protection services. Right now, no word yet on when service will be restored to the building. But again, no residents inside right now. If you want to help out, by the way, you can do so by contacting the Red Cross. Email gtaresponse@redcross.ca. Well, it could be another busy morning mopping up after another serious downpour yesterday. So this is the third round of heavy rain in just over 2 weeks in the GTA. We saw anywhere up to 70 millimeters of rain as of midnight and a severe thunderstorm warning. That's now over. But here are the tallies. Mississauga seeing 67 millimeters, the island recording 42, and Pearson Airport saw 26. The city even went as far as advising people to take extra precaution, both to protect their property and, of course, while traveling out there on the roads. Now, the rain is expected to end at some time this morning. Frank, of course, is watching that for you. Well, $1.5 million. That is how much the CNE predicts it will lose because of the continued dispute between the city and the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, also known as IATSE. More than 400 union members were locked out on July 20th. The union says negotiations broke down because the city wants to contract out jobs. In a closed-door meeting yesterday, City Council passing a motion confirming confidential instructions to staff. Now, coming up just after 7 o'clock, we are going to be speaking with an IATSE Local 58 president who will be joining us live to talk about this ongoing lockout. 6 of the 15 people injured in the Bombay Bhel bombing in Mississauga have now announced a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the restaurant. The 6 victims of the May 24th explosion, which happened in the Huron-Ontario and Eglinton area, suing the restaurant for $1 million each, alleging the business's owners and managers failed to take precautions to protect them. They claim the restaurant failed to hire a sufficient amount of security, alleging it was involved in a rumored turf war with a rival business and should have known it could be the target of a bombing.
We are victims of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We believe we were carnage in a turf war between individuals we did not even know.
Surveillance footage showing 2 unknown people entering the restaurant with the explosive device before running away and escaping in a vehicle. No arrests have been made in this case. In a brief statement, Peel Regional Police said no threats had ever been reported to police, and they had no indication that there was any sort of turf war involved. All right, it is 8 minutes after 6. Let's get downstairs to Roger and Winston.